There's going to be plenty of incomings and plenty of outgoings this season here at Leeds United. Welcome to Season 4. This is Episode 1 of the brand new year. Do make sure you drop the video a like if you enjoy this series. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more of Season 4. We've had 2 years at Premier League level now. 13th in our first year. 11th in the second, which is Season 3. In Season 4, really am looking now to try and kick on and finish in a Europa League spot. That is the plan. We've had 2 pre-contract arrivals arrive. Divock Origi and James Ward-Prowse are into the starting lineup. Tyler Roberts has been moved to Cam, as per your feedback. We'll try and utilise him in a central role this season. Jared Bowen has been moved out wide, and I have a number of players on the transfer list to be replaced. The starting 11 looks like that. That's as strong as we can put out right now. But there will be multiple changes in the not too distant future. I do have a number of players on the transfer list. I have a number of players on my shortlist as well, which I'll show you momentarily. I've had an offer in for Struijk actually, but Struijk's on the transfer list. Danny Rose, Callum Wilson, Gazaniga, Ryan Kent was very heavily requested to be sold, and then a couple of other smaller players, and then some loanees as well. So there's plenty of money to be raised there. We currently have a starting budget of 66 million, which is 20 odd more than we had last season. So I'm looking to very much utilise that. Plus, with player sales, we could up that to over 100 if we get the right deals at the right time. In fact, the board would like us to finish in a Europa League spot this season. Youth development is high again this year, with 2 short-term and 1 long-term objectives. Again, though, this isn't the series nor the time in a save to be looking to prioritise youth. Brand exposure wise, I want me to sign 1 crucial first team player assigned to a forward position. Now, I am looking for a starting winger. I'm going to move Jared Bowen to the bench. I'm not going to sell him, but Ryan Kent will be sold. Bowen knocked to the bench. Tyler Roberts moved centrally. And then I'm looking for a starting first team right or left winger. And they have to be right or left wing in game. So they have to be blue with regards to their position icon to fill that criteria. And they want me to earn 268 million through media earnings within 3 seasons. That's a lot of money to raise. We are going to have to be finishing towards the European spots in the Premier League every single year now if we're to meet that. No financial objectives, no continental objectives. We haven't qualified for Europe yet. Domestically, though, they would like us to finish in a Europa League spot. So that's top 6. We have to aim for a top 6 finish in the league this year. Also would like me to reach the round of 16 of the FA Cup, which we haven't been able to do in this save so far. So with money to spend, players to move on, and also high expectations from the board. So we're looking to improve in the wings, forward. We've improved in central midfield. I am open to selling Raja Nangolan and moving him on whilst he's still worth something. James Milner is going to retire this year, so we're going to keep him at the club, and he's going to retire at the end of the season. He can stay. So I am open to selling on Nangolan and for the time being moving Calvin Phillips into that starting position. And then we'd look to bring in another central midfielder. Certainly, we've got Jamie Shackleton there, obviously, as a reserve, but I'm short in central midfield, so I would like to bring in someone else if we can. Only though, if we do move Raja on, let me know. Would you like me to move Raja Nangolan on, or should we keep him and use him as our squad player and maybe improve in central midfield next year? It's entirely up to you. I'll show you quickly what he's worth, and we can kind of make an educated guess as to whether we might be able to sign someone else of relative ability for that sort of money. And I'm not sure at £13 million we would be able to do that. So I think maybe Raja stays, but maybe we prioritise Calvin Phillips in that holding role now that we've got James Ward-Prowse to play alongside him. That's up to you. That's up to you. At left back, I'm happy with Malacia, but we could look for a new left back. I've got some on my shortlist. At right back, Pedro Porro was only on loan last year. We could buy him this year if you'd like me to. Alternatively, I've got some other options on my shortlist. At centre back, I've Nkulu and White and Jara Riedewald, and then some youngsters. We could look for another centre back if you would like me to. Nkulu is now 32, So potentially another starting centre-back, and then he could drop to the bench. We'll wait and see what you guys reckon to that. At striker, Origi and Augustin are probably going to be enough. We can, of course, move Tyler Roberts to striker if we want to, and we'll sell Callum Wilson. So looking to sell Gazaniga as well. We're not looking for a goalkeeper. Engel and James is it Morris or Wilson or something? James Miller. Neither. James Miller can crack on as our reserve goalkeeper. Engel definitely was good enough to make the step up last season. So goalkeeper's fine. Right back and left back looking to buy. Centre back potentially looking to buy. We'll take your feedback on board. Centre mid potentially looking to buy. We'll take your feedback on board with regards to Raja Nangolan. Striker, no. Cam, I'm happy enough with Tyler Roberts, and then you can play wingers at Cam. Then not too much of an issue. Jared Bowen has been playing there recently and been scoring goals for us. But looking for a wide player or two, certainly. I've looked through the transfer list. I've looked through the free agents, and on our shortlist are the players that follow. Pedro Porro, obviously we had him on loan last year. He's valued upwards of £30 million. So that would be an expensive first team signing at right back. Hector Bellerin is also still transfer listed at Arsenal. That's a potential. He's valued about the same, but would be slightly cheaper because of his age. Kingsley Ehizabwe was brilliant for us in the last series we did at FC Köln. I would be open to bringing him in at right back, genuinely, and he'd be cheap, and we know he's of good quality. Nico Schulz is on offer on the transfer list at Borussia Dortmund, valued about £18 million. Could be an option. Very, very good player. Dalbert is obviously a very, very capable player as well, and he's very cheap. So I'm probably going to prioritise Dalbert at left back, and then we'll take your feedback. Obviously, could play Nico Schulz at right back. That's not going to matter much. Or maybe he's away if we go for a cheap option that would give us more money to spend further up the field, or the player that we know of, Porro, or someone that's more familiar in Hector Bellerin. I'll wait for your feedback. With regards to midfield roles, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is on the transfer list. He's 28 years of age, valued at £20 million, there or thereabouts. A youngster on the free agents list, is German Piero. Can play at CDM or centre back, although he's only 5'11". 5-star skills. His physicals look pretty decent, and his technicals look okay for a youngster of his age. For a backup player in central midfield, he may be a goer on the cheap. I may sign him anyway if we have the funds. Abdoulaye Doucouré is available for about 20 million. I could maybe see if we could sell Nangolan and bring in Abdoulaye Doucouré in to play in that CDM role ahead of Calvin Phillips. Will be a proven Premier League player for not that much money. I am genuinely open to that too. With regards to wingers, obviously these guys are mids, not wingers, so I would need to sign someone that's in a wing role to meet the criteria for the board. But Samu Castillejo is transfer listed at Real Madrid. He's a very capable player, not that expensive, and hopefully would take a significant wage cut. We have Douglas Costa at Juventus, 5-star skills. Obviously, he's 31, but his stats still look pretty decent, so he could be an option. And again, would hope that he would take a wage cut. Bernard at Everton, 4-star. He's only 5'5", but at 29, his stats haven't started to drop yet. He could be an option, slightly cheaper. We've a youngster that is on the free agents list whose physical stats look okay, and then technically obviously needs some work. So I'm not sure about that one. Actually, 1-star skill moves I've just spied. Goodbye. We're definitely not signing him. Josh King is on the shortlist and still on the transfer list. Could be a good cheap back, or very cheap actually, judging by that valuation, to be a rotation cam. Perhaps might be a no-brainer really for a player of his quality for £7 or £8 million. That seems like an absolute must really. With regards players in winger roles, I've only got right wingers. We have Caro Martinez, a youngster, 4-star skills, on the free agents list. Physically looks very good already, and technically looking okay too, depending on where those estimations confirm as. And then Florian Thauvin is still on the transfer list. Not that expensive, not that high on the wage list either. I think Tovan is going to be a must for us. I'm going to prioritise him, I think. And then also prioritise Dalbert at left back. With regard to striker, we're not looking to sign Haaland yet, not until we've gotten European football. But currently on the transfer list are Evila. I was looking to maybe utilise him as a winger. You can see he's striker and right wing. Depends how quick he turns out being. But technically, it looks like he could be pretty decent. We could obviously train his short passing if we do utilise him as a winger. But dribbling looks okay. Ball control looks okay. Finishing looks decent too. Volleys looks very good, as does long shots. He could be a genuine option for us. It looks like he could be quite strong as well. 5'8", 4-star weak foot. Options definitely open for him. Lauren, striker, is 85 rated, but transfer listed and not overly expensive. 21 to 29 million. Not amazing physically, but technically has 88 finishing and good ball control as well. So it's up to you. Kevin Folland could be utilised as a winger as well. And obviously as a cam maybe. I don't think he's fast enough really to be used up top, but could rotate him in at cam, although since seeing Josh King's valuation, I think he's probably going to be the priority for that position. But he's a solid player and apparently has the leadership trait as well, so could come in as a new captain. And obviously Erling Braut Haaland will be our go-to once we get European football. So we're going to advance through this pre-season tournament. There's about £7 million to earn through this, and we should get ourselves through the group stage, I'd like to think. We'll wait and see. We are missing a couple of players in the World Cup. Actually, I wanted to see the World Cup, didn't I? Can we still see what's going on in the World Cup? We can. In the round of 16 through to the semi-finals then are France, England, Spain, Italy, Switzerland, who beat the Netherlands as well, and Argentina. Then probably Germany and probably Brazil will join them in the quarterfinals. Give you a quick scroll through the group stages. I'm not going to dwell on that too much. Obviously, there's been a lot of talking, and there is a lot of talking in episode 1s of saves. But pushing forward then, we won't be playing any games today, but we will be simulating the pre-season tournament and hopefully earning ourselves some extra money, and obviously selling on anybody that we can get bids for as well, so you guys know exactly how much money we've got to spend moving forward. 14 minutes into his unofficial debut, James Ward-Prowse has a goal. Superb. He has two, a penalty as well, but they've pulled one back through Wrangle. Wait and see if we can win this one. I will change my player instructions and roles so that James Ward-Prowse is on corners and free kicks, of course. Jared Bowen gets 1-2 from the wide role, and we win that one by 3-1. That's superb. Let me actually do that now whilst I think of it before I forget. I'll do that in here. Roles. Corners. James Ward-Prowse, please. And free kicks. James Ward-Prowse, please. And penalties. To be fair, James Ward-Prowse has decent penalties too. So, alright. He's going to be an absolute killer for us then, hopefully. James Ward-Prowse is taking every set piece. And Calvin Phillips is our captain. Suspension over. That'll be for Nicola and Kulu. That's fine. I don't have any centre-backs on my shortlist. There weren't really any that were transfer listed that stood out. So at this stage, no centre-backs on my shortlist. But I would like a centre-back, so do let me know. I'll have a look through the transfer list again at the end of this episode between 1 and 2 to see if there are any fresh names on there that I'd consider going for. Obviously, I can add your suggestions to the shortlist too. After a victory in the first game, I'd like to get victory in the second as well, just to ensure we go through. If we remain unbeaten for the rest of the group stage, we should go through to the knockout stages, although winning the group would be preferred to finishing second, trying to avoid Sevilla, basically, in the semi-final of the pre-season tournament. If we could get a goal, please, in the final 20 minutes against Atalanta United, that'd be great. In the final 10, maybe, Ryan Kent. His perhaps last action as a player for us. A loan offer for Bogusz comes in and we shall accept that. Definitely hoping to raise upwards of 30 or 40 million pounds with the players we've got. Stroke is gone. With the players we've got on the transfer list right now. A loan offer for Joel Morris, that I'm willing to accept. He's valued very highly, but we shall keep him on at the club for the time being. Who knows if he'll be usable come the 5th or 6th seasons. If he continues to grow well enough, he's already 69 rated. Tried to avoid Sevilla, ended up with Ajax. Didn't necessarily get any easier, did it, by topping the group? Well, no, actually, this is the third and final group stage game, isn't it? Well done, cheese. Let's see if we can get through then. Oh, Jared Bowen getting his second goal of pre-season. We might end up with a victory against Ajax, if possible, please. 10 minutes to go. Tadic equalises. Daley Blind picks up a knock. But, oh, and they missed a penalty in the 88th. So we do end unbeaten and through to... Morris has rejected the loan move. £1.8 million added to the transfer budget. Superb, thank you very much. We've Real Betis in the knockout stage now. We shall train Engel and hopefully he'll go up rating. And indeed he has. His positioning is really the main one that I'd like to go up. Price growing nicely as well, the young centre-back. We've got a couple of prices in our youth setup. Well, actually, they're in the main squad now, aren't they? Real Betis, Felipe Caicedo has signed for Crystal Palace there. Now, Betis lost to Sevilla but beat DC United and Atletico Nacional. Wait and see. I'm not too sure whether we'll win this one. I'd like to think we might, especially if we can draw against Ajax. We should be able to beat Betis on that evidence, but we'll wait and see. Oh, Mechelen gives them a 1-0 lead in the 47th minute. We might not be looking to be able to maximise our potential pre-season bonus. Up to 7.3 million was available, but out at the semi-final stage we go. Bogu's loaned out. We got any more transfer offers? No, unfortunately not. We get another 2.3 though. That's frustrating. Right, I will advance a little bit further just to get some more time to sell the players that we've got on the transfer list. Nobody's showing any interest yet. Transfer for Jared Bowen, who's a player I'm not willing to sell at this stage from Manchester United. Hopefully we get some bids for those on the transfer list. Transfer bid for Grote. I'll just accept that straight off the bat. Try and get him gone. That would be another 6.5 million or so added to the budget. Hopefully those that are on international duty come back sooner rather than later. Calvin Phillips' strength is now up to 91 and he's oh so very close to being 81 rated. It's about time we saw some growth from him. So my transfer budget currently stands at 71 million. Now I might make a move for Dalbert before the end of the episode. A loan offer for Morris, which again I will accept. We've had a transfer offer for Rajan Angolan and one for Jack Clark. Jack Clark I will reject. Angolan, it's from Benfica for 13 million. Now, seeing Abdoulaye Doucouré on the transfer list, I'm probably going to do this now and take that decision out of your hands, I'm afraid. Apologise for that, but we could, if I can get Abdoulaye Doucouré in, oh, they're going to accept 16, that's good. If we can get Doucouré in and Dalbert in this episode, then that would be brilliant. Transfer for Calvin, whoa, 51 million for Calvin Phillips. No, but I didn't realise he was valued that highly. Japes. Another one from Manchester City this time. He's a very popular boy apparently, Calvin Phillips. Abdoulaye Doucouré will be going into my starting lineup though, if we can get him in. Now, Dalbert, he's not that high rated, but he's quick and decent enough technically. I'm quite happy to sign him as a starting or even rotation left back to Malacia for a relatively small fee. We'll offer just a transfer fee and we'll see if they'll accept 8. He's on the transfer list, of course. Everybody on this shortlist is on the transfer list, so we should be able to get them relatively cheaply. Up to 8.6 perhaps and see if they'll negotiate. 8.8. I would think that's agreeable. We'll get that done. Dalbert could come in. He's only on £43,000 a week. Coming to a mid-table Premier League side. Might be open to a wage cut. He wants an important squad job. That's fine. He and Malacia will rotate probably throughout the course of this season. Especially with cup football. I'm going to try and actually... Oh, come on, mate. Sign a little bit longer. I'm going to try and go for a cup this season. Whether that be the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup, I'm not sure. Wage-wise, not going to give me an idea of what he wants. He's on 43. I'll offer him 33 plus 300,000. I don't know if they're going to want an increase. 39. So he's willing to take a little bit of a wage cut. We'll remove the bonus. 43.5. All right. That's fine. I'm quite happy with that. Right, that's that one done. We have ourselves a new left back. Now, Oxlade-Chamberlain is 82 rated. Some of these scout reports come back without it actually telling me that they've come back. Oxlade-Chamberlain, He's not that good in the tackle, so wouldn't necessarily suit that defensive role. We've got James Ward-Prowse for the creativity, but Abdoulaye Doucouré for 20 million. Let's wait and see if the Nangolan deal goes through. If the Nangolan deal goes through, I'll sign Doucouré. Transfer for Bowen again. If the Nangolan deal doesn't go through, then I'll wait and take your feedback on board before confirming what we're going to do in that position. Nangolan has gone. Grote has gone. Morris is loaned out, and a transfer bid for Ryan Kent. This is getting tasty now. We'll negotiate. I'll try and get upwards of 15-ish if I can, although Torino aren't going to be exactly flush with cash. Will they accept 15.3? They will. Things are really hotting up now then. Let's go and get Abdoulaye Doucouré. I think that will be an absolutely brilliant scoop for a team of our current level and ability, and he'd certainly be willing to take a wage cut, you'd think, coming from Manchester City. It's valued at 20. It said that he'd probably be available for about 20, upwards to about 25-ish. So I'll offer 18, and they'll ask for purely 20. I'm happy to pay 20 million for Abdoulaye Doucouré. On a lot of wages at Leeds United, at Manchester City, but coming to Leeds United, I'd certainly think, or certainly like to think, that he'll take a cut. Now, contract length, 4 years or so should be fine. Good. Release clause I'm fine with. 61 million pounds, lol. £1,000. That is a significant drop, and I'm happy to pay that. Oh, okay. All I did was remove the bonus, and they weren't willing to negotiate from there. Well, I am still going to go for Doucouré, but I will leave it for now until I get your feedback on everybody else. I'm still thinking I'm going to go for Abdoulaye Doucouré, though, for that holding role, unless you guys are absolutely adamant that I don't. But Nangolan is now gone, so I am going to need new central midfield signings. So I'm thinking Josh King as a backup for Tyler Roberts. Let me know what you think of that potential. And then, or Dalbert, we could put you on the bench now, can't we? And then moving forward from there, the wingers we've got, maybe, what's his face from Marseille? Florian Thauvin. And then outside of that, I'm open to suggestion. The squad isn't massive, but we are hoping to add to it. Engel's already gone up another rating to 77. And centre-backs. Centre-backs, please. I would like some centre-back options. Let me know what to do at right-back as well. Do we go for the cheap option in a Hezebway? You can see how strong and fast he is here, and then his technical stats, 74 stand tackle. We know he's really, really effective from the Curl series, but we could go for someone higher rated, but we might want to spend that money higher up the field. I will go back in for Abdoulaye Doucouré unless you guys change your mind, or change my mind. And then Josh King, I think I might just try and get that one done, you know. Let me get Josh King in. I'm not going to start negotiations by paying his release clause. Let's try. It said I could get him for about 6 million. So if I can do that, I'll offer 7. Then, I mean, he has gone up to 10.5 for the sell-on fee. Okay, how about 8.5 for the sell-on fee? As a backup for Tyler Roberts, he's going to be pretty decent. We've looked at him previously. And if it affords us the opportunity to spend more elsewhere, then I'm happy enough to do that, because this won't be for a starting player. And he's on £63,000 a week at Wolfsburg. If we can sign him for less than 40, that'd be great. He would be a rotation role. He might ask for important, and indeed he does. I'm happy enough to give him that, just to keep him happy. Making good progress. Contract length, 4 years. He might ask for 3, they'll ask for 2, and they'll counter at 3, and then we'll settle for 3. Thank you very much. Now give me an idea of what you want wage-wise, please. No release clause is fine by me, and wage-wise, they're not going to tell me. I'll offer 40 with £400,000, and I've no idea whether they'll accept that or not. No, they're not. Okay, well, we'll leave that one then. I'm not sure what Josh King would want wage-wise. I don't want to spend too much. We have about, let me change that, about 75 million plus Callum Wilson, Ryan Kent and Danny Rose to sell. And Gazaniga as well, for that matter. So still plenty of money to be earned. Let me see if we can get the Ryan Kent deal confirmed. Our loan offer for Elliot Price. I'm going to reject that. I'm going to keep him in my use setup for now. Can we get the Ryan Kent deal confirmed maybe before the end of the month, please? Kent gone. Good. £12 million added. Loan offer for Bradley Price. We shall reject that. So then, we know what money we have to spend. Actually, have I advanced far enough to be able to go for Doucouré again? I don't think I quite have. No, I haven't. Okay. Well, let me know. Actually, we've got scout reports back on those free agents. I've got loads of stuff going through my mind right now. Oh, he's gone. German Piero has gone to Orlando City, so we'll remove him. What about the young strikers? They haven't signed for anyone yet. Oh, Matt Champ's got 1-star skills. He's quick. 81 dribbling, 71 ball control, 64 rated. That 1-star skill moves has just killed him, I'm afraid. And then we have Caro Martinez. You can see his stats there now. Make an educated decision. He's valued at 5 million, so we could always sell him on for profit at a later date. Patia, 4-star, 4-star, valued at 10.5 million. He's rapid. His finishing's awful though. But ball control and dribbling look good. Oh, physically looks very good though. And this Avila guy, I wanted to see what his stats look like. 81 acceleration, 89 sprint speed, so could be utilised as a winger perhaps. 85 finishing. He wasn't that expensive, was he? About £15 million or so. Let me know. He could be a decent backup option, maybe. I'm not sure. Long shots are decent. Shot power's decent. Lauren, you saw his stats. Kevin Folland. He's not as fast as he looked like he might be. Maybe leaning away from Kevin Folland then. Or maybe if we can't get Josh King, we could go for Kevin Folland as a backup cam. Let me know. Let me know. I'll leave it there though for now, just before we head into the new month. And hopefully you guys can help me sign some really good players in this window, if not in January, but we've a lot of money to spend and more to be raised as well. So it could be a very, very good window for us. Off to a decent start and more to come. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on any more, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you next time.